Let me know if this sounds familiar to you. You watch every single productivity video and money-making video you can find on YouTube. Your Instagram and Facebook feed are filled with motivational videos, and you've read so many self-help books, you could likely name at least 20 of them off the top of your head right now. This isn't necessarily a bad thing, but this doesn't really help you unless you truly take action and understand the things that are different. People who are wealthy and those who are not. Generating substantial financial success for yourself is not luck. Maybe it is for 0.1% of the wealthy people out there, but for the majority of us, it is just a series of patterns, behaviors, and processes. You might be moving forward in some areas, but you'll be moving back in others. Now, if you're watching this video, it means that you have some kind of internet connection and some kind of device to hook into the internet. And hopefully it's a laptop or computer, not just your mobile phone. And for this reason, you have no excuses, literally no excuses as to why in the year 2024, you cannot figure out how to make money on the internet. Now, you might be the type of person who's happy to make $5,000 a month, and that's fine. But if you're watching this video right now, chances are you are not happy with your current financial situation, and I am here to help. So unless you let go of these 8 things, which I'll be revealing in this video, from someone running a multi-8-figure revenue producing online company, then you will almost certainly never have the profound feeling of opening up your bank account and seeing millions of dollars just sitting in there. So thing number 1 that you must avoid if you want to become rich. The first thing you need to give up is excessive drinking of alcohol. Now, please don't click away and think that this is obvious and that I'm just going to be reeling off a load of jargon in this video. Please just give me a moment to explain. For the most part, being successful is quite obvious. It's not necessarily easy, but it is obvious. You see, there is definitively a science to success. There is no doubt about it. It's not just about hearing something once. It's about consistently hearing it over and over and over and over and over again. After all, if it just needed to be done once, you'd need to say, for example, read just one self-help book or go to one Tony Robbins event, and then you'd be a billionaire in the snap of your fingers. Do you get my point? Back to alcohol. Drinking in excess puts a cloud over your mind. It leads to worse sleep quality, which means that when you wake up, your brain is fuzzy, which leads to imperfect decision making. So if you want to look at your bank and have $1 million in there, liquid, in front of your eyes, then you need to really watch out if you are constantly overindulging in alcohol. I'm not necessarily telling you that you need to go cold turkey and cut it out, but if you are the type to drink in excess, you definitely need to watch out for this because it truly has a massive impact on your productivity for at least the next 48 hours. If you do this twice a week on average, that's literally half of your time wiped out down the drain where your brain is just not functioning as it should be. Thing number 2 now, financial wisdom. So many people are so-called wise with their money, checking every bill and making sure they always get the best deal. This is so profoundly wrong. Please do not be penny wise and pound foolish. You're much better to be penny foolish and pound wise, even though that doesn't really come off the tongue as nice. You need to ensure that you aren't trying to scrimp and save that extra $10 off the bill and get a little discount here and there. Think about it this way. What is your hourly rate? If it's, say, $120 per hour, if it takes you 10 minutes worth of your time to save an extra $10, it is not worth it. Why is this? At $120 per hour, your time is worth $2 per minute. If it takes you 10 minutes to save $10, it is not worth it because that 10 minutes is better spent to make $20. As remember, per minute, you make $2. Now, this is a simple way to look at it, but truly, you need to take it one step further. There is also something known as decision fatigue. Now, what this means is that you need to minimize the amount of decisions you make so that the quality of each decision is good. You want to ensure that you save your decision making for those actions and activities which work towards producing more income. And you might be thinking, oh, that's easy for you to say. If you make 120 per hour, well, my personally assigned hourly rate is a lot higher than 120 per hour. But the principle still applies whether you're making $10 an hour or $10,000 an hour. I have other videos in this channel tackling this exact topic in depth and why all truly wealthy people think this way. In reality, this is why you do not want to be penny wise. You should actually be penny foolish, but pound wise. Remember, it's essential to focus on the big picture rather than getting bogged down in minor expenses. Being too frugal at the expense of long-term gains can hinder your financial growth. For instance, investing in quality education, mentorship, or business opportunities might require upfront costs, but the returns on these investments can far exceed the savings from scrutinizing every penny. Now, thing number 3, mindset. Your mindset can either be your greatest asset or a significant hindrance to financial success. One thing you must avoid is a fixed mindset. This is the belief that your abilities and intelligence are static, limiting your potential for growth. Avoid thinking that your current skills and knowledge are fixed. Refrain from believing that success is predetermined and you can't improve beyond your existing capabilities. A fixed mindset will hinder your ability to adapt to new challenges and seize any opportunity for growth. Instead, cultivate a growth mindset that thrives on learning, resilience, and the belief that your efforts can lead to continuous improvement. If you're worth $10,000, tell yourself in your mind that you can easily get to the point of being worth $1 million. If you're already worth $1 million, tell yourself in your mind that you can easily get to the point of being worth $100 million. If you believe you are only destined to be poor, guess what? You will end up poor. If you believe you are destined to be wealthy, if you keep taking the correct actions, guess what? You will be wealthy. It really is the case. When you believe it can happen, it will happen as long as you do the correct actions. Now, thing number 4, you need to avoid being risk averse. To amass significant wealth, you must be willing to take calculated risks. Playing it safe all the time will not lead to extraordinary results. Identify opportunities in investments, business ventures, or even career moves that have the potential for substantial returns. Assess the risks carefully, but do not be afraid to step out your comfort zone. Remember, fortune favors the bold. Now, thing number 5 is continuous learning. You need to avoid thinking that you know everything. In reality, you know nothing. Even Elon Musk still has things to learn. In the ever-evolving landscape of finance and business, continuous learning is non-negotiable. Stay updated on industry trends, market shifts, and emerging technologies. Attend workshops, seminars, and conferences to expand your knowledge. Remember, the more you know, the better equipped you are to make informed decisions that can significantly impact your positive financial trajectory. Now, thing number 6, you need to balance creation and consumption. You will not become rich in life until you create something that the market consumes, be it a service or a product. You need to avoid over-consuming the wrong type of content. So right now, technically, if you're watching this video, you are consuming the content which I have created or produced. Now, there is nothing wrong with that, by the way, because this is educational content, not just some garbage on TikTok or Instagram or some clickbait news article. Obviously, everyone consumes and you need to consume. So there is absolutely nothing wrong with consumption. But what likely isn't helping you and what you really need to avoid and look out for is overconsumption. For example, it's fine to do 10 or 15 minutes of casual scrolling on Instagram for the day, but not 4 hours. And the same being with watching Netflix. You really should not be watching 4 hours of Netflix per day. You must avoid these activities if you want to become rich. And whilst consuming valuable content is essential, excessive consumption can hinder your progress. You need to take action. Balance is the key. Allocate time for creating and producing something of value to the market. Whether it's a unique service, a product, or insightful content, contributing to the market positions you as a creator rather than just a consumer. Aim for a healthy balance between consuming information and actively producing valuable resources, content, goods, and services. Thing number 7 that I'm going to talk about today is time versus money. So this one you most likely understand by now, but it's trading your time for money. You cannot become rich always trading your time for money. There is a caveat there. If you're earning $1,000 or more per hour, then sure, this will work just fine if you can make 10 grand a day actively. But still, why not invest that excess cash flow into something so that you can have even more of your money work for you, right? I won't spend too much time on this one because it's likely obvious to most of you watching this, but the two main ways to switch from trading your time for money to having your money work for you is to make investments into assets, be it physical, digital, or otherwise. And secondly, to invest into your business. And if you don't have a business right now, that's okay. I'm going to be telling you about one at the end of this video. But regardless, you do not have to start a business, but there has never been an easier or better time than 2024 to start a business. Now, I'm not going to pretend I know everything about starting a business, right? I've never really started a brick and mortar business. Every business I own is either digital or half digital and half brick and mortar. But there truly has never been a better time to start an online business than right now. Back to the point. Trading time for money can only take you so far. To achieve lasting wealth, focus on building streams of passive income. Invest in assets that generate revenue without constant time and effort. Diversify your investments wisely, considering both traditional and digital assets. And remember, the goal is to have your money work for you, allowing you to enjoy financial freedom and independence. You do this through investments or by building up your own business. And thing number 8, you must avoid keeping up with appearances if you want to actually be wealthy, not just appear wealthy, right? I don't mean you shouldn't be caring about your own appearance, of course not. Hear me out. I know some people who have the $50,000 Rolex, the $250,000 car, they take flights first class, yet they are struggling to just keep up with their rent. Now, I'm not saying that you can't or shouldn't buy nice things and luxury items, but if you're spending that sort of money on appearance objects or vanity objects, you damn well better have multiple millions in cash and assets producing your cash flow each and every single day, week, and month. Some people make a lot of money, but they are spending it all. They are literally a slave to their own money just to simply keep up with appearances. And this is not the right way to do it. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter what other people think. I believe in a conservative, simple approach, and it's not what you think. I do not believe in the traditional what they say,
oh, save and invest just 10% of your income.
No, this will not work, and quite frankly, this is stupid. I utilize the 80-20 rule, and it's not what you think. I actually spend 80% of my income, the vast majority of it, on investments into something which will provide me a larger return on my capital, be it real estate, cryptocurrencies, business training, self-education, reinvestment into my current businesses, and more. And then the remaining 20% can be spent on living, a mortgage for my personal home, and lifestyle, which includes things like a car payment. Your mortgage may be going out for nice dinners and entertainment, things like that. This should not exceed 20%. And some people might think I'm crazy suggesting to invest 80% of their income because they might be thinking, I don't even have the ability to invest even 20% of my income. 80% goes into living costs. Well, you've got two options. Option 1, reduce your living costs. Option 2, increase your income. I'm not going to lie to you. You want to watch this video because you want to be rich? Well, that's the cold, hard truth of it. So if you're making $1 million per year, sure thing, go splash 200K. It doesn't matter where it goes. But make sure you utilize the other $800,000 on something which will provide you a greater return in the future. This is just smart. Do it this way, and before you know it, just delay your gratification and you will be able to splash a lot more than that in the future because your income would have exponentially exploded. Now, what about on the other end? You say, oh, I'm only earning $100,000 per month. You're asking me to invest $80,000 and only spend $20,000? I can't do that. Well, you can, just earn more. As simple as that. Let's briefly summarize what I've spoken about today. Achieving financial success is not a stroke of luck, but rather a result of conscious choices, behaviors, and mindset. Throughout this video, we've explored 8 crucial factors that can either propel you towards wealth or hold you back. Let's quickly recap these key points. 1. Excessive alcohol. Avoid overindulging in alcohol. It can cloud your mind, affect sleep quality, and hinder your decision-making capabilities. 2. Financial wisdom. Prioritize long-term gains over minor expenses. Understand that your time is a valuable resource best spent on income-generating activities. Make sure that you are penny foolish, but pound wise, not the other way around. 3. Mindset. Make sure you cultivate a growth mindset that embraces learning, resilience, and continuous improvement, and avoid a fixed mindset that limits your potential. 4. Risk aversion. Embrace calculated risks as a means to amass significant wealth, understanding that playing it safe will not lead to extraordinary results. 5. Continuous learning. Make sure you stay updated on industry trends to make sure that you can have informed decisions to inform your financial trajectory positively. 6. Balance creation and consumption. So find a healthy balance between consuming valuable content and actively producing something of value for the market. 7. Time versus money. You need to transition from trading time for money to building streams of passive income through wise investments and business ventures. And lastly, 8. Avoid keeping up with appearances. Focus on a conservative approach, allocating a significant portion. I recommend 80% of your total income into investments for future returns rather than spending excessively on appearances and lifestyle. Remember, the path to financial success involves a combination of strategic choices, continuous learning, and a mindset geared towards growth. As you embark on this journey, consider how each of these factors plays a role in shaping your financial destiny. Now, if you're interested in exploring a unique opportunity for generating income abundantly without the need for exhaustive daily efforts, without needing to spend 12 hours per day to do it, my main source of incomes come from my talent management agency. It is practically 100% automated. At most, I'm spending about 2 hours per day managing this business, but that's simply because I'm looking to continuously grow it to multi-8 figures. I scaled this business to 100K in under 30 days with practically zero work required from daily management. So if you're interested in starting an online business which requires no more than 30 minutes of work per day, capable of generating upwards of 100K per month, just click the link here on the screen or the link in the bio where you will learn in depth how I scaled to 100K in 30 days and further beyond that, how I've now broken the barriers and scaled well and truly past that to multi-8 figures through a digital talent management agency. That's it for this video. To your success, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.